What is up, Planeswalkers Theoric 6, back with some more Magic the Gathering Arena. Be sure to head on over to flippergaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10. It's a good deal. Helps support the channel. Now today, playing some Burn. I realized that this is also part of the rotation. I haven't played in a while, and we burn things. It's a very straightforward deck. If you like modern Burn, if you like legacy Burn, this deck is for you. We play relatively few creatures, and we just try and burn our opponent. This is a very non-interactive deck, very linear deck. This is a deck where if you lose, it's most likely going to be against Golgari, because a undealt with Wildgrowth Walker is a death knell for this deck. Unfortunately, of course, we are running Cinder Barrens because we do not have Blood Crypts. That said, this hand is okay, especially since we are able to be able to play the Cinder Barrens on turn 1. So that on turn 2 we can Viashino, and then we have 6 more points of burn. Sovereign's Bite really helpful in aggressive matchups. This deck does have a nice inevitability to it. You have things like Risk Factor, things like not Walk the Plank. What is that card's name? As our opponent thinks of their mulligan decisions. Sword Point Diplomacy. There we go. It really, once you get to that late game portion, you can start jamming those, and your opponent essentially just has to give you cards. I will say, I think that I think it's usually better to play Sword Point Diplomacy first. That's at least how I've been playing it. I've been doing fine with it. I could be wrong. This is definitely not a deck that is going to. Actually, maybe it's better to play Firebrand first here. Because I do have the Cinder Barrens. Yeah, let's do that. This is technically a little slower, but hopefully it'll be alright. Just because we don't want to have this stuck in our hand at any point. Can't wait for Radical Leeches to come out. We're going to get Blood Crypt. Very helpful. This looks like it's going to be Boros. Yep. So the Sovereign's Bite are going to be very helpful. And here, honestly, I think I'm just going to kill this with Lava Coil. Unfortunate, it means that we could have actually just played the Viashino last turn, but we weren't sure exactly what our opponent was on. So, but yeah, this is doing fine for me in gold. I'm still in gold 3. I won some games, lost some games during practice, so I'm still like stabilized where I was since the last video. So the deck does work, at least in gold. So far, we haven't gotten any new, like just burny spells from Rakdos. Maybe Carnage could work, but I'm not entirely sure about that. So let us go ahead and... Do we want to Lava Coil that now? Do we want a Sovereign's Bite? I think I'd rather save the Lava Coil a turn. No, we'll go and kill it now. They might have Phoenix, but they might not. I don't know, maybe that was incorrect. So we have 6 points of burn. So we have them at a functional 10. They're definitely not playing Sovereign's Bite. There's no way they're playing Mardu Burn. Ooh, I wonder if Orzhov's going to get any good life drain spells. Because then you could maybe play Mardu Burn. Yeah, reasonable. Unfortunately, the Bugler is in our way. Very strange deck from our opponent. Just Boros in general. Not necessarily a burn deck. Sky Knight Legionnaire, sure. Are we going to burn this? We expect, if we shock this, it means that we expect to get 4 points of value out of our Viashino, but because they played that as well, okay. That actually is a fantastic draw for us. Now, if they want to block the Viashino, they have to kill their Bugler, which we are fine with. And either way, we have a nice 3-3 to contend with their 2-3 and their 2-2. So we're still looking good. Still 6 points of burn in our hands. We have them at a functional 7. I would not hate getting some Sword Point Diplomacies and or Risk Factors here. Both those cards help out once you get to the late game, where you're kind of running low on gas. As I said, this is a very linear strategy. You just try and burn your opponent as fast as you can. Often you're like, if you're not winning, or if you're not losing against Golgari Midrange, you're very likely going to be winning against either flooding or just running out of gas. And that does happen. I have First Strike, so I'm not too worried about that. Yeah. No reason to give them a free card. We don't necessarily need to play this mountain. But I am going to Lightning Strike the Militia Bugler, I think. Because at this point, I do expect to get more than 3 total points of value out of my Viashino. And we'll pretend we have something up. So let's see if they're smart. They should probably block this, honestly. But I guess they're at 13. Maybe they think that they're fine. Yep. Alright, well. Down to 5 with you. So now, any of our 3 damage burn spells plus a shock kills our opponent. And we've only gone through... we have 8 total 3 damage burn spells. Oh, no. Plus the other 3 of these. We have 11 total 3 damage burn spells. Plus all 4 shocks, I believe. Plus 3 Viashino Pyromancers. So we should be in an okay position. This is, of course, means, like, our creatures are going to die. And because of that, I'm probably still just going to attack my opponent. Do need to draw some stuff. That's not some stuff. Very frustrating. I guess I could have held the Pyromancer back. Yeah, it's possible I could have held the Pyromancer back. Yeah, I probably should have. Still have a Chainwhirler, though. So we've drawn 6 lands and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, 6 lands and only 7 non-lands? That's actually a really bad draw. We only have 20 lands. 20 lands in the deck. So that's what, 40? Yeah, 40% of the deck. So to have 50% here is kind of lame. Got rid of our Gabo. Unfortunate. But not really much we could have done about that. They have lethal on us. Sovereign's Bite helps. So, essentially anything in the deck is lethal at this point. 2, 4, let's count that, 6, 8, 10, 11. We are dead. We're dead if they play the Sky Knight. Wow, incredibly unfortunate that we drew so many lands. In this deck, you really only want to ever have, like, maybe 5 lands. Oh, wow, heroic. Yeah, we were super dead. Very unfortunate. Like, pretty much everything in our deck killed them. But, of course, we didn't draw it. So unfortunate. Oh, well. Another decent hand. We have a nice answer to Wildgrowth Walker. We have some 1-drops, Sovereign's Bite, very nice. The problem is, like, we only really ever want, like, 2 lands in our opener because we assume that we're going to draw some lands. Hello. Black, alright. Good game. Depot, we just started. I do not understand. Alright then. So now I will play... Yeah, I'll play both, why not? My opponent could be like on mono black control and golden demise me, but that's so incredibly unlikely. Like if I get golden demised here, then I mean, good on you. So we have Lava Coil as removal. Both of these can go to the dome. Red black. Okay. Yes, hello. Very, very interesting. Our opponent's on red black something. They haven't done anything. I really hope this isn't a viewer who's just, like, giving me a win? That'd be very strange. I mean, all of those cards are good. Can I click, please? Thank you. Yeah, all of these are good. Karn's got a headache. Good old clipping issue. Alright, he took 3. I mean, like... Alright, he's dead. Unless he has life gain in that deck, he's incredibly dead. What are you playing? Ritual of Soot? Okay. If I top deck a land, he's dead. Okay, I didn't top deck a land. I can just risk factor end of turn, or I guess I can just Sovereign's Bite? I guess I'll risk factor end of turn? I don't know. Rekindling Phoenix. Okay, so I guess he just had a really slow hand. It's strange that he decided to take all of that damage. I mean, if he had Ritual... Oh, no, I guess, yeah. No, that's fine. Alright, and he's dead now. Because he doesn't even have access to, like, Moment of Craving. Cool! We just burned our opponent, that's all. Unfortunate that they weren't able to do anything. One really nice thing about Burn is games over real quick, even if you lose. If you are not a fan of the typical aggressive strategies, but you still want to be aggressive, pick out Burn. It's an okay hand, only 2 lands, but we do have access to both colors that we need. Blue. I assume this is tempo then. We are going to go and play Electrostatic Field first, as to maximize value out of it. Sure. Oh, no, blue-white. So, I guess I will Lavarunner. And Shotgun End Step. So if this is blue-white control, the Lava Coils pretty much are dead, which is unfortunate. Let's see if this gets countered. I don't mind too bad if it does. Sure, Essence Gather, that's fine. Electrostatic Field is hopefully going to do most of the work, but these 2 cards are essentially dead in our hand unless this is actually Jeskai Drakes. But I doubt it, since they're playing Negate. I don't think Jeskai Drakes plays Negate. Alright, I'm just wrong. It's probably still Jeskai Control. But I didn't expect No, I guess Jeskai made the most sense. It could have been Esper. I expected it to be Esper, to be honest. But instead of it being these guilds... Oh, I guess I should include Boros in that. Oh, wait, no, that's Esper. I can't do basic math. We'll do this since it's main phase. No, we would rather end step because they are almost certainly holding up a counterspell. And we want to do things on their turn to make it so that they have to utilize their mana less efficiently. I kind of wanted to land. Just one. What are you playing? Because I assume it's just normal control. They probably have a Chemist's Insight. So if I don't actually cast something on my turn... Wow, alright, they decided to Spell Pierce that. And they still have mana up. That is unfortunate. I guess I'd rather them just counter this. Luckily, even though they're countering it, Electrostatic Field is still putting in work. See if there's a Teferi. Oh, luckily no Teferi. See if this resolves. It does. Cool, cool. Alright. So that's essentially why I decided to Sovereign's Bite first. Is that I expect a Lavarunner, sorry, to deal more than 3 damage. So if she hits one more time, or he hits one more time, then it was a worthwhile endeavor. Teferi, very unfortunate. Right on schedule. Opponent now holding up Ionized Mana. Oh, I got a 3rd land. I think we just have to ignore Teferi and try and go for the dome. Let's cast the Diplomacy. Sabotage, sure. We still got the ping, which is nice. Having these 2 in this matchup is really unfortunate, but unfortunately you kind of, in best of 1, you kind of have to run these. You really need to be able to answer Wild Wolf Walkers. In best of 3, you can probably just relegate playset to the sideboard and put main deck replacements as probably just 2 more Chainwhirlers. But in best of 1, you pretty much have to have these, I think. This music reminds me of, like, Resident Evil. Well, my field's still alive.
Hurry!
Hurry, says the man in the slowest deck. Okay, this music no longer reminds me of Resident Evil. It did for a moment. And this is probably going to get countered. And I will concede. If the Lava Coils were burn spells, I would have stayed in there, but at that point, we had lost the game. Jimmy No Pro. That name sounds familiar. This hand is decent. Unfortunately, our opponent does go first. 2, 1, 2, 2, 2. No, it's fine. So our opponent could have a... Like, if they have Wild Growth Walker, we have answer to it. Alright, looks like it might be Drake's. Hello! We definitely start off with Field. Why am I running this Lightning Strike? The other Lightning Strike is just, like, objectively better. Are you going to counter me, bro? That said, even if they counter me, I have a ton of Lightning Strikes. 3, 6, 9, 12, 14 damage in my hand. Control again. How annoying. I would love to get a mountain next turn. If this is a Drake, then we can Lava Coil it. Nope, not a Drake. Unfortunate. I think I will just Sovereigns. But I'll do it after combat, though. I guess they're going to Chemist's Insight end of turn. For what it's worth, Sovereign's Bite's a little frustrating against Expansion, because it functionally nulligates... oh, look! A thing that I said. Yeah, so they just nulligated the Sovereign's Bite, which is unfortunate, but... Got a lot of burn. Just need, like, one more mountain. Main phase Chemisters. Interesting. So here I'm actually going to play the Electrostatic Field first, because it gives me value, and I need the ping value. Oh, right, it's another Jeskai deck. Of course it is.
I know. You know what? I'm not done yet.
Shut up, Teferi. I should just play nothing but the uncounterable deck. Okay, cool. Another land. Awesome. What do we do here? I think we cast the Firebrand. We cast this as bait, essentially. Right, then we cast this. I assume this gets countered. It doesn't. Interesting. Also, I thought I had 2 spells in the graveyard. Kind of awkward. That said, let's go into the dome. They don't have double... Oh, right. Jeskai plays Clarion. So I could still get Clarions, unfortunately. Revitalize. Why are you the revitalized version? So, I mean, this is 12 damage in hand. If all of it resolves.
Hold that thought.
Shut up, Teferi. I hate you so much. I don't hate Control, I just hate Teferi. Oh, another land. It's decent. I'll cast this. Target your face. I do not care about Teferi. I'm gonna get Settle the Wreckage. Gosh dang it. I mean, I kind of just have to go for it. Yeah, I mean, it thins out my deck, I guess. But I think that was still correct. They didn't counter the first one. Alright, they're down to 6. If I don't draw poorly, let's see. I have 7 of my 20 lands, so there are only 13 lands left in this deck. And I can do basic math. Stop doing things. I'm trying to count. Alright, whatever. I have a large number of non-lands. So as long as I draw okay, I could theoretically just kill my opponent this coming up turn. Seems decent to me. Do I lightning strike them first, though? I think I do. I'm a little worried about my Electrostatic Field dying. But yeah, they're trying to kill me, so. Blink of an eye. Ugh. That said, they don't have any more. So I think I just need a good sword point diplomacy, and I just win. I think the correct answer is just sword point, and hope it's not garbage, right? Shock wins. I guess some of the creatures don't win. But yeah, my opponent can't give me Wizard's Lightning, but they also can't take the damage. Yeah, alright, cool. Got there. Good game. Ooh. And that's what I mean, right? The deck can just win out of nearly unwinnable situations. Whew. I'm so glad that I don't have... Okay. I hope I don't have to see Teferi again. I know that I can't take no more. Ain't no lie. Yeah, bud. I wanna see Teferi out that door. Teferi, bye, bye, bye. Just another player in this game for 2. Not another control deck. Straight Glizzle? I thought that's a Grizzle. Alright, what is this name? This name out of here. Well, we went first, so we don't have to succumb to the garbage fire that is counterspells nearly as much. Because we have some stuff on the board already. We're going to go and play Pyromancer. Probably going to get countered. Oh my gosh, it resolved. You fool. You've fallen for my trap card. Go ahead, Glizzle. Play your last pathetic card. Silly Ferrix. My grandfather's deck has no pathetic cards. Fool. I guess we're just going to end up turn risk factor. Oh, gotta away. I guess we're going to main phase sword point diplomacy then. I just wanted to get around the counterspell. Yeah, sure, that's fine. Yeah, go to damage. Take 1, sword point. I'm either going to draw a bunch of lands that I would have had to draw anyway, or, okay, he's going to give me Lava Coil easily. Probably going to give me Ghitu Lavarunner, and probably not going to give me Bite. That is my guess. My guess is he takes 3, and gives me the other 2. Nope, gives me all of them. Alright, sure. I have Electrostatic Field, so I appreciate that. I guess he plans on just countering it. So here, I think I'm going to Sovereign's Bite my opponent and play the Lavarunner. Even if that gets countered, it technically gives me 1-2 damage. Negate? Sure. I hope that my opponent does not also have a Essence Scatter. Cool. They might have another Seal Away, but then they'll be running out of spells. It is another Seal Away. Alright. My opponent's down to 4 spells. I've got stuff to play. My opponent could wipe my board, which would be incredibly rude. Incredibly rude. But at this point, I think I just risk factor the crap out of them. And I think I do it now just to make sure it resolves. Alternatively, I could Electrostatic Field Shock. Yeah, I think I actually like Electrostatic Field Shock better. Just having the incremental value is so powerful against control. Especially when you have so few lands. Alright, cool. So let's see if there's another Teferi. Cool, cool, there is not. I will Cinder Barrens and just pass and do Risk Factor instant speed. Just not to give them the satisfaction of being able to counter into a counter. Lava Coil is something that we can dump. Cleansing Nova, incredibly rude. You're gonna take your ping, sir. Or madam. Eh. Straight Glizzle. More like Miss Frizzle. Oh yeah, prepare to die. Prepare to actually die. 2... Darn it, I don't have enough. That's fine, I think the correct answer is Pyromancer, Pyromancer. Because these have to be played at sorcery speed. Cool, my opponent's at 3. I have 2 3-damage burn spells, plus 2.5 risk factors. Or I guess 1.5, I don't know. Alright. Let's try to attack first. They seal away, they're dead. Settled records. That's what I meant, you guys know. They're dead. Cool. So sometimes we can be burned, sometimes we can't. I can pay for Spell Pierce. Do it. Embrace your anger. They must be thinking I'm a control player. How can I lose to an aggro deck? Easy. I play few creatures and I burn you to death. Potion Seller. I'm going into battle against Burn, and I need only your strongest revitalizers. Traveler, you can't handle my strongest revitalizers. Go to some other Potion Seller. Let's play another one. Potion Seller, you don't understand. I'm going into battle against a very, very strong burn deck. And I need your strongest revitalizers. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Oh, this hand's trash. This hand is also kind of trash. We're going first. If we scry into a land, it's so good. But if we don't, it's actual garbage. I hate everything. I'm so sad. Everything is bad. We've lost. Alright, so probably gonna concede this real quick and play another one. Hey, fellow burn brother, you get a free concede. Nah, I'm mulligan to 5. I'm not dealing with this. No, I'm mulligan to 4? Yeah, I'm mulligan to 4. Look, I don't pay attention. Too cheap. That didn't count. That wasn't a loss. Should I just kept that opening hand? Like, if we were going second, I probably would have kept it because I'm greedy. We're going against a Fox Warlock. Okay, I'm given the same conundrum. Except I'm going second. You know what? I'm going second. I said I would keep it if I win second. I'm keeping the hand. Probably a terrible idea. Whatever. I'll keep this garbage hand. Can't even play a 1-drop on turn 1 because Cinder Barrens. Oh, well, that swamp doesn't really help. Stupid trash. Well, our opponent's playing a guild gate, so maybe our opponent is also not playing like a super meta deck. Oh, cool. Awesome. So we're going to go and start with the Lava Runner, because we'd rather this get... Alright, well. Deal the dabblage. Alright, then we can start just risk factoring the crap out of our opponent. Heck yeah, bud. Just risk factor their face all day. Oh! Oh, this is heinous. Just so many risk factors to our opponent's dome. Plus 12 damage. They can't take all that. Main phase Chemister's Insight? My friends. You fall in for my trap card. I didn't expect him to give me the cards. But that's fine. Because we're just going to burn the crap out of him. You know what? We're just going to do this right now. I assume he's going to give me the cards again. So many ways to burn my opponent. Oh my, he took it that time? He's at 7 now. I have 8 damage in hand. Another opponent. What is going through your mind? Oh, right, I know. My burn spells. Oh, the quadfecta. Opponent. I'm sorry, but Omaiwa mo shinderu. Nani? Oh gosh, I've never actually watched Fist of the North Star. I feel like I should though. It's just like really old school art. It's hard to like get over because like it's so obviously old, like classic. I'll say it's so obviously vintage. But yeah, it's. I've heard good things about it. Still, anyway, I'd like to thank my lovely patrons for their continued support, especially Salamander and Draga. If you'd like to join them in their support of the channel, you'll find links to that in the description down below, along with links to my Discord server, where we talk about stuff, along with links to my AetherHub account, where you'll find most of the deck lists I play. I really do need to go through and make sure all of them are updated, because I realized I stopped like updating them at some point. Anyway, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, go and tap that like button, add a subscription to your mana pool, and cast a comment in the comment section down below. Until next time, all will be one.